Welcome back to another video. My name is Stephen Foster, and if you want to defeat doom scrolling, this video is for you. Now, you've probably seen a lot of videos online talking about like deleting social media apps and doing the analog thing. I definitely have plenty of videos on this channel talking about journaling and doing analog type stuff. But I wanted to make this video with just the few things, the few little tips that I wish someone would have told me many moons ago. And if this helps you out, make sure you subscribe to this channel and leave a comment down below if there's something you would add to it. First thing on the list is this little lighter. And it's not just the lighter, but it's also the candle that I pair with it. I try to have a bunch of different little candles around, usually ones that will burn for about 20 hours. And I use these candles as sort of a Pomodoro in a way. I'll light the candle, give myself an hour, and that's the thing that I'm gonna be working on for that hour. So if I'm writing or journaling, or if I have a project and I wanna do something, but if I wanna make it a little more chill, right? This gives me a way not only to have sort of a visual analog signifier that's in my world, but it also does something that I call cumulative analog effect. You see this when you have like, say, a stack of journals that you've filled up that you're like, wow, I've written all of those things. I have this sort of analog cumulative pile of these things. I used to, as I would go through these candles, if I'm burning them roughly on like a 20-hour candle, I'll burn through one about once a month. I would stack these on the shelf and then at the end of the year have, roughly a dozen of them. Those are one of those things that you can look at, especially if a lot of your work is digital and you're doing things in front of your computer screen, having that analog cumulative effect, that cumulative analog effect to see, oh, I sunk 200 hours this year into writing, right? I know some people who like have different candles for different tasks. This is just one example of that. Same thing with like the notebooks, having different notebooks for different projects. When you fill that one notebook for that one project, whatever it is, do not underestimate cumulative analog effect. That will totally change how you work and you won't even be thinking about doom scrolling. I'm not even thinking about doom scrolling as I'm talking about this now. All right, number 2 here is really basic and really simple. It is a flashlight. I like having a little tiny AA battery flashlight, something I don't need to charge, though I would like to find a nice rechargeable flashlight that's around this size. I haven't found that yet. If you know of one, let me know down in the comments below. But I use this mostly just for walks, especially during winter. We live above the 45th parallel, so anytime winter comes around, the sun sets at 3:30. I love just having one of these. I can give one to my kid, and we'll just go on a walk. And it's very enjoyable just having a little light. I can go out, no phone, no nothing. This is the Phoenix E12. It's the 3rd edition, which I don't like, or the Gen 3. I really like the original versions of these. I have a bunch of gripes about this. I'll probably do a review on this later about when I talk about more about my EDC, but get a little flashlight. It's one of those little things, especially in the winter where you got darker days, it's getting darker earlier. This is the thing that I will not leave the house without. I can leave my phone at home, but this thing is coming with me. And it becomes sort of that object that reminds me like, okay, if I have this on me, that means I wanna be walking, I wanna be out and about. I don't wanna be at home sitting on the couch, doom scrolling, doing any of that stuff. Having little objects that remind you like, I'm supposed to not be doing this, I'm supposed to be outside, very handy and very affordable too. Now we gotta talk about pen and paper. We gotta talk about doing the notebook thing, because keeping a notebook is by far the thing that most gets me away from my phone, absolutely keeps me away from doom scrolling. I've made tons of videos on this channel over the last few years about the different ways that I use my notebooks, specifically pocket notebooks, and keeping a pocket notebook on me at all times allows me to do a few things. It allows me to go back and see what I've written in the past. Maybe you're like, well, all I do is use it for like grocery lists and yada, yada. Use your notebook for multiple things. When you feel like you've overwhelmed one notebook, move on to the second notebook. Live the multi-notebook lifestyle if you have to. But for me, the one thing that never fails, the one thing that always gives me way more delight and enjoyment is if I start writing down a letter of encouragement to someone that I haven't spoken to in a while. Especially at the end of the year now, I'm trying to do all these reflections on all the awesome things that have happened this year in a very actually challenging and difficult year. But I realized I had dozens of friends, people that I needed to be following up with and thanking and just reminding how much I appreciated them in all these different little moments in my life. And writing a little letter of encouragement, getting interested in someone else and going, oh, hey, this friend of mine is launching this business, or this other friend of mine just had a kid. I had a kid earlier this year too, so I know what that's like. Writing down these little letters for someone else. Your notebook, I think you're doing it wrong if your notebook is mostly filled for things for yourself, but you can always then go type that thing out or speak it into like a voice memo and send that to someone later down the road. But this is giving you a place of like solitude to think through how you want to appreciate someone else. And in doing this, you'll find new ways to appreciate yourself and be a lot happier. I know I'm a much more joyful person when I am constantly thinking about how I'm going to be enjoying and appreciating other people in my life. Let your notebook be the place where you go do that. So if you're like, oh, I don't know what to think, I don't know what to write about, like think about some of those people that you want to encourage, speak gratitude to, even just admire for a moment. We need a little bit more of that in our world. You're definitely not doing that if you're doom scrolling and just cruising through social media, right? Now, if you're like me and you feel like you write with pen and paper very slowly, even though I've been doing it for over a decade, I keep one of these DJI mics on me. They have internal local recording. It is not connected to the internet. It has no AI on board, but it's very easy to just push this record button, record a couple of notes throughout the day. I could even, if I wanted to leave this thing on, say like in a 2-hour meeting, and record that meeting, obviously with everyone's consent, I can do that. And then what I will just do at the end of the day or at the end of the week is drop that off on my computer, throw it into whatever AI tool of choice, have it transcribed, have action items, bullet points, whatever. But this is a great stopgap between, say, having an always-on AI device with a cellular connection or something that requires me to bring my phone around with me. Like, this doesn't require a phone. I can just hit record on this thing right now, and it will start recording my voice. It will start recording whatever notes or thoughts, things that I don't want to miss. And this battery can just go forever. These things are great. I wish more companies were making something in this like $100, sub $100 portable mic thing that it doesn't need AI on it. Like, let me offload that. I'll take care of the AI part later. Just give me a freaking ridiculously long battery and a ton of storage to never have to worry about filling this thing up. Check. Okay, last but not least, if you don't want to be doom scrolling, right? And this is also just about keeping your phone away from you. I find the time that I could be most vulnerable to this is if I'm in bed, right? Or if I'm in some time I think is like downtime, whatever. Enter in my base model Kindle, but I think they were selling these out Black Friday for like $80. If you can get them for about $100, I think that's a good deal. But you don't need to go for like the highest end Kindles in the world. The base model has 16 gigs of storage. Not only can you throw a bunch of books on here, you can also throw audiobooks on here. You can also throw podcasts on here. So if you've never considered a Kindle, here's what's really great about a Kindle. Not only can you put some things on here that you might want to read at night. Right now I'm rereading some Hillier. How do you English speakers pronounce this guy's name? He's French. I'm Hispanic. Hilaire Belloc, The Path to Rome. Super fun read. But recently, Audible just came out with their new Lord of the Rings audiobooks. This is not sponsored, but if you do want to support the channel, I'll have affiliate links to both the Kindle and Audible as well. And if you sign up for those or purchase one of those, it does help support this channel. But what I found is having an audiobook at night as I'm winding down, or even just having a physical book, some type of e-reader that's not a like LCD screen or like an LED screen, or just something that's black and white. I fall asleep so much faster, have such better quality of sleep. If I do wake up in the middle of the night, which I do a lot because I'm a parent, reading for like 15 minutes or like listening to an audiobook for 15 minutes, I'm out and I sleep way better than if I had my phone next to my bed and I decided to see what was happening on YouTube, which I have been guilty of. And if podcasts are your thing, you can load up podcast into your Kindle as well. It's a little bit of a hack. I should make a whole video on that as well. Obviously, there's some other e-readers out there like the Kobos, the books. But if you really want to defeat the doom scroll, especially in like the late at night, early morning, maybe even in the commute downtime thing, I think the e-reader, that category of devices, is unmatched in helping you just get away from that stuff. I'll also link some of my favorite books and audiobooks in the description as well in case you need some help with that. Lord of the Rings is obviously good. Anything by Jeff Shara, I've like plowed through that. Philip Freeman, his biographies of like Julius Caesar and Alexander the Great have been awesome. Like I said, I'll leave some down below. If you haven't yet, subscribe to my Substack. I write some essays over there. I did come out with a short book this year. You can go check that out over on Substack. And make sure you're subscribed here on YouTube if you haven't already yet. Be kind both in life and in the comments below. Like this video to send good vibes across the internet. We'll do it again soon. Later.